Well, hello, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel. So glad you're here. On today's video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a CD show and tell, which pretty much means I'm going through what I have left of my CD collection and sharing you CDs just randomly. They're not in any particular order. I haven't gotten to organizing them or putting them on a shelf yet. I'm kind of just unboxing them now, but it is my goal to do that. And it's also my goal to kind of go through them, play them, see which ones have scratches on them and toss those out because I'm sure there's probably a few. And as you'll probably see, some of my CD jewel cases are cracked because I didn't take very good care of them back when I was a younger woman in the 90s. And so luckily that's an easy problem to solve. If the CD is still intact, then I can just replace the jewel case and put the old insert back into it. Let's get started with this first one. This is Pure Cult for rockers, ravers, lovers, and sinners. And this is the greatest hit CD from the Cult, and I love them. It has so many great songs on here, including She Sells Sanctuary, Fire Woman, Spirit Walker, Wild Hearted Sun, Love Removal Machine, Wild Flowers on here, Sweet Soul Sister, Resurrection Joe. Really a whole bunch of great songs from the Cult. And so there you have it. Next is one I was recently gifted from my Secret Santa, who must have known I liked music. Well, actually, I put that on my little questionnaire, so they did know that I like music. And it was one of the gifts that I got, Def Leppard Pyromania. It's still unwrapped. I haven't unwrapped it yet, but I can't wait to play this one. This one has Photograph on it and Foolin' and Rock of Ages. Just a great album here from Def Leppard. Pyromania. This is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, The Good Son. And this is a really great CD. I think it came out in 1990 or 1989, somewhere around there. And there's all kinds of really great dramatic songs on here. It's got Forna Cruise and The Good Son and Tomorrow's Child, the Weeping Song, the Ship Song, the Hammer Song, Laments on here. And of course, the really great song that I love the most on here is Lucy and Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I did get a chance to see him perform at the Warfield in San Francisco, I think in 1999-ish, and it was really a great show. So I feel lucky to be able to have seen him. Next is another gift from my Secret Santa, and this is Wayne's World 2, and this is a pretty good soundtrack here. I did see the movie way back when it came out, and I thought it was great, and I love Wayne's World. My Secret Santa knew that I was Wayne for Halloween, and if you follow me on Instagram, you can find my Wayne costume on my Instagram. It's pretty funny. It was kind of uncanny how much I look like Wayne, and people kept telling me that. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but this one has Robert Plant on it with Louie Louie. It's got Aerosmith, Jim Blossoms are on here, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Dinosaur Jr. is on here with Out There, Golden Earring with Radar Love, Edgar Winter with Frankenstein, and The Village People with their classic YMCA. And so that was what I got for my Secret Santa, among other great things. And LA Guns is next. And this one is called Cocked and Loaded. And I love the cover of this. It's really great, fun, kind of follows along with the theme of the band. They're kind of rock and roll, glam rock, LA music. And Rip and Tear was a big song on this CD, and also Never Enough was, as well as The Ballad of Jane. And I really like this band. They're just really great. Late 80s, early 90s glam rock from LA. So there we go. LA Guns. Seen them a couple times too. They're pretty great performers, and they're kind of easy on the eyes as well. Okay, this one, I really played the heck out of this one. This is the Buzzcocks Singles Going Steady, and this is the greatest hits from the Buzzcocks, and it's got so many terrific songs on it. It's got Orgasm Addict, which just has great vocals and vocal delivery from Pete Shelley. What Do I Get's on here, Ever Fallen in Love, Everybody's Happy Nowadays, Whatever Happened To, it's got Lipstick, and Why Can't I Touch It, and Something's Gone Wrong Again is a really great song. This was produced by Martin Rushnet, and this is a really great greatest hits from the Buzzcocks. I love this one. Needs a new cover here. This is The Replacements, All for Nothing, and I absolutely adore The Replacements. So the first disc has All for Nothing, and they call that the first course. It's got Left of the Dial, Kiss Me on the Bus, Bastards of Young, Alex Chilton, so many great songs on it. And the second disc, which they call the second course, Nothing for All, has I Can't Hardly Wait, Birthday Gal, Beer for Breakfast, which is some of their early stuff that sounds a little bit more hardcore, more punk, and Jungle Rock's on here, Date to Church, Cruella de Vil, which from what I remember is the actual song Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians, and Satellite, Another Girl, Another Planet, which I think is an only one song. Really like The Replacements. Okay, this is the Marc Bolan and T remasters Bolan's Zip Gun. And I mean, how cool is Marc Bolan and T-Rex? So this is a little bit before my era, but I got into it eventually, and it's got Light of Love on it, Solid Baby, which has got great backup vocals too on that one, Precious Star, Space Boss is on here, Think Zinc, and I Really Want You Babe, Zip Gun Boogie's on here, Do You Wanna Dance, and the cover of Dock of the Bay. And so this is a really terrific Marc Bolan and T-Rex CD, and I have quite a few that I've collected over the years because I really like him and them. This one I've listened to a whole bunch. This is the best of the Rolling Stones, Jump Back 71 through 93, and this was made in England, and it was remastered using the latest 20-bit technology from the original masters. It's got classics like Start Me Up on it, Brown Sugar, Harlem Shuffle. Some newer stuff, well, I call newer stuff, like Mixed Emotions. And it's got It's Only Rock and Roll on here, Hot Stuff, Miss You, Emotional Rescue, Beast of Burden, Wild Horses, Waiting on a Friend. Just so many great songs from the Rolling Stones. One of my favorite bands from the mid to late 80s and early 90s, and this is Ned's Atomic Dustbin, and this is Fodder. First time I heard them was a song called Grace L. Green, and then Kill Your Television, and from that point I got a hold of the cassette and listened to it constantly, and I like the whole CD as well as their other releases. So happy to have this, Fodder, Ned's Atomic Dustbin. Next, The Modern Lovers, featuring Jonathan Richman. And this is probably their most classic from 76. It's got Roadrunner on it, Astral Plane, Pablo Picasso, which I believe was covered in the Repo Man soundtrack. If you remember who covered that in the Repo Man soundtrack, let me know, because the band is escaping me. Modern World's on here, Government Center, all kinds of great songs. This whole entire CD is great. And if you didn't already know, The Modern Lovers features Jonathan Richman, who did a whole bunch of great solo stuff, David Robinson, Jerry Harrison, Ernie Brooks, and those are The Modern Lovers. This is another greatest hits. It's got 2 discs on here. It's New Order singles, and it has songs like Ceremony on it, Thieves Like Us, The Perfect Kiss, Shell Shock, True Faith, Blue Monday, Round and Round, all kinds of great stuff. Bizarre Love Triangles on here. I've listened to this a lot, and I'm a big fan of New Order. I'm also a big fan of Electronic, which I believe features members of New Order. Next is Veruca Salt, 8 Arms to Hold You, and I like Veruca Salt. I think I have 2 CDs from them. The other one, I'm not sure if it's called Seether or it's called, I can't remember it, but it's the one that has Seether on it. And I really like that one, probably better than this one, but this one's good. I think the big song that was popular was Volcano Girls, but I like all the songs on here. I think some of my favorites are Benjamin and Don't Make Me Prove It's another good one. With David Bowie's also a good one. Just an overall pretty good alternative rock and roll CD with female vocalists and musicians, and not all female, of course. Another one is this TSOL, True Sounds of Liberty, and this features a different vocalist from the original lineup of True Sounds of Liberty, and I believe his name was John Wood. Let me just open this up and check out. Joe Wood. So there's Joe Wood, along with all the old classic musicians here, Ron Emery on guitars and vocals, Mike Roche on bass, and Mitch Dean on drums. And it kind of sounds like TSOL's original stuff, but with a different vocalist and a little bit of a different sound. But because it was 1984, the sound kind of evolved a little bit and changed a little bit. And I do like this. I like the song Black Magic on here. I also like the song How Do. It's kind of a little bit of a kind of a country sounding song. And it's got more classic hardcore punk rock songs on it, like American Zone on it, and Nice Guys Finish Last. Flowers by the Door is a little bit darker and gothier sounding, but T.S.O.L, like them with both singers. And just a few more. This one is Tav Falco, Panther Burns, and this one came out in 95, and it has, they're kind of what I describe as kind of jazz, swing, alternative music. Invocation of the Shadow Dancer is pretty awesome. Funnel of Love's good, Sway, Love's Last Warning. It's kind of a retro sounding music and a theme, retro kind of a theme going on to this CD, and I really like them. Pretty sure that Tav Falco is kind of a legend, especially I think in the New York scene of the 70s and 80s. So there is that one. And I think that was just as the swing revolution started, the swing music dancing of the 90s started when that came out. So this one is Pete Yorn and Scarlett Johansson. It's called Breakup. And I wasn't aware that she sang until I heard her singing this song Realtor with him. And so I picked up this CD when it came out in the 2000s. And yeah, I got it for that song. I don't think I've listened to the rest of it, but I still have it in my collection. Here's one from The Police. They're so great. They're such a great band. This one has Next to You on it, So Lonely, Roxanne, Can't Stand Losing You. This is a really good CD, and the sound quality is excellent. This is Outlandos de More, and hopefully I said that right. And yes, The Police. Super great CD with great sound quality. So that wraps up all of my CD show and tell for today. And I will be probably making a vinyl video soon, and then I'm going to be doing another live stream coming up on Sunday. So check that out. I'll go ahead and schedule it in advance. And I'm going to be having Alex from Beer and Vinyl on my live stream. So that should be fun. So I hope you can join. I think I'm going to do it 11 a.m. again. So if you're free, check it out. And if not, it will be recorded so you can catch it later. So anywho, that is all my CDs for today. And you guys all have a good evening or rest of the day, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Bye.